Our top stories tonight. Jonas Hunziger is the fittest man in free skiing. Norway will finally see some snowfalls this season. The Suzuki Nine Nights has been cancelled, and the North Face Free Ski Challenge has wrapped up in Val Thorens. Usually when somebody does a trick for the first time in the contest, they dominate the scene for that year until somebody else catches up to them. Tanner had the Switch Rodeo 7, Candide had the D-Spin 9, and Yoon had his kangaroo flip. Not since Swiss Stylemaster Mikhail Deschanel did this Switch 10 at the US Open has there been so much hype over a Switch 10 in a contest. At the Suzuki 9 Queens, Kaya Tursky threw the first Switch 10 ever done by a girl, so surely she will get to ride the wave of gold that follows doing a trick for the first time. Unfortunately this time it's not the case. Maria Bagger from Sweden had other plans. At the Suzuki 9 Queens, the girls were given the ultimate platform on which to push themselves. An entire week to get comfortable on the Chateau jump. When contest day rolled around, it was time to silence the critics. Kaya stomped the first Switch 10 ever by a girl, then Maria had followed it up with a Switch 10 mute, a proven contest winner in the men's scene. The progression wasn't restricted to the two girls throwing the cab 10s. Many girls tried tricks for the first time or threw tricks with new grabs and an overall level of steez previously unseen in the female contest scene. This comp seemed more like a session at a water ramp or a foam pit than being a legit big air on a 50-footer with a highly respected judging panel taking notes. Thankfully, a handful of the world's best shutterbugs were on hand to make sure the media coverage would match the level of the trickery. Steph Candide from France picked up the best black and white. Rudy Fluck from Switzerland picked up the most creative angle. Felix Riouche snapped the best action shot, and Christoph Schoch recorded the best lifestyle shot, with Eva Patscheider in her finest yellow boots. The bar of women's free skiing has been permanently raised, and we will be looking for it to soar now that they have reached the checkpoint of the Cab 10. With the new trick in their quiver of stunts, I'm sure Maria and Kaya expect to see a lot more girls stepping up the game in all forms of free skiing, as they have legitimised their side of the sport forever. Unfortunately, the Suzuki 9 Nights has had to be cancelled. Nico Zacek had set a standard for his events. The lack of snow would not allow him to build the feature necessary, due to a lack of snowmaking facilities in Oberstdorf. Mother Nature won this round. But rest assured, the Suzuki 9 Nights will return next year in a location that guarantees snow, regardless of what Mother Nature has in mind. The Survival of the Fittest was on in Crans-Montana in Switzerland. The format for this event is sick and really simple. 7 rounds, lowest 2 scoring riders from each round are knocked out. No tricks can be repeated. Once they get to 3 final riders, it's a 2-run final. With a $10,000 prize purse, this event is one that is taken seriously, but by inviting a different and super talented group of riders, the event has its very own unique and progressive flavour. With a $10,000 prize purse, this event is one that is taken seriously, but by inviting a different and super talented group of riders, the event has its very own unique and progressive flavour. Enrico Somali and his shaping crew have worked super hard to battle Europe's lackluster winter and provided a fantastic setup for some of skiing's style masters to slay on. Jonas Hunziker of Switzerland came out on top, with Halvard Thun of Norway coming in second and Don Lozo rounding out the podium in third. It's good to see his fitness is back after being out of the action since Budapest Fridge Festival way back in the start of the season. A big congratulations to Jonas Hunziker, as he is proving himself to be a force to be reckoned with in the free ski scene. So make sure you put this event into iCal now so you don't miss it next year, and head to survivalofthefittest.ch for all the event info. Before you're old enough for the Freeride World Tour, there's the North Face Ski Challenge presented by Gore-Tex. They've just had their final in Val Thorens, France. This is a really unique event, as it is encouraging young shredders to become well-rounded skiers, as they have to compete in both slopestyle and big mountain events. The contest is a breeding ground for the next generation of superstars, as the event also educates the kids on backcountry safety and rescue techniques, which is super important, especially with snow conditions changing so rapidly due to an unpredictable climate, unless you live on the west coast of Norway, where it's always snowing. The winners of the respective categories were the Queens, Michaela Utsi from Sweden; the kids, Dylan Florit from France; teens, Daniel Walkoffer from Austria; the Kings, Peter Faunik from Sweden; and the Emperor champion for the season was Julien Heriche from France. Oh, that'll be Heriche. And the Emperor champion was Julien Heriche from France. We would like to send our well wishes to Matthias Augustin, who broke his vertebrae in the final. Matthias is in a stable condition in hospital in France and will be flying back to Poland soon, where he'll make a recovery. While many resorts are shutting down for the season and people are starting to store their skis away in the garage, the event season for 2011 is still packed. Andreas Hortveit's backyard battle is about to get underway, and the lineup for that is stacked, so expect some crazy shenanigans from the likes of James Woodsy Woods and the rest of the crew up there. The Darker team are hosting the Full Metal contest in Les Meuniers, France, from the 6th to the 9th. The event also features a Cage of Death. Full reports on the cage and its deaths next week. The Yoon Olsen Invitational will be on again as Yoon looks to provide a free skiing jump that no doubt will be triple enticing for Russ Bobby and all of those looking to reset their internal gyroscope. And the AFP World Tour Finals will be decided in Whistler at the TELUS World Ski and Snowboard Festival. We will be bringing you a special maple syrup chugging episode of the news from over the pond, so stay tuned for that. In more event news, the F-Tech Spring Gingerly was on in Kronplatz, hosted by Marcus Eder and Matthias Fabro, bringing together a cool cast of skiers including McRae Williams, Roy Kittler and Luca Malone, with €800 worth of €20 notes being handed out for tech and styly tricks. The vibe was great, with everyone enjoying the setup. A huge array of bangers were going down, including a host of doppelgangers and a total disregard for the 6.0 stair set. And now, the weather. After a short stint of precipitation over the Alps, fine weather is expected for the next 10 days, with some light snowfalls around the Arlberg on the 12th of April. And just for a change, it's snowing on the west coast of Norway until around the 10th, where the skies will break clean for 3 to 4 days before snowfall will commence again. I'll be bringing you the next news episode from the TELUS World Ski and Snowboard Festival in Whistler. Until then, happy shredding. I'm your host Sean Barmer, and you've been watching the Down Days News.